Hey guys, it's Jodie Flavell here from Jodie Flavell Art and welcome to the Dixie Belle Paint channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make, do and mend. Now what I mean by that is I'm going to be showing you 3 projects that you can easily do in your own home, either things that might be lying around your house or things that you can buy cheap from a second-hand shop. The idea is that you can use all these 3 to make a nice little living space in your home, so stay tuned for that. So the first thing I'm going to do with this table is what I do with all my projects, and that's to give it a really good clean. In this bottle I have Dixie Belle's White Lightning. You can see there's only a tiny little bit, and I also have a sponge. It's really easy. The reason why it's so important to give your pieces of furniture a clean before you go in there with paint is because you just don't know what's lurking underneath there, and you don't know what might prevent your paint from adhering. So set up a really good nice foundation and then the rest will follow. I now have some 120 grit sandpaper and I'm just going to give this table a really quick scuff sand. I know it probably looks quite messy. The reason why I'm not going in there with a proper sander is because this is just veneer and I don't really want to take it too far down to whatever's underneath this, you know. So I'm happy just to give it a bit of a scuff sand, which will help my paint adhere. Also, it's just going back to that make, do and mend mentality. You know, not everything has to be absolutely perfect and super expensive to be in your home. You know, for things to be budget friendly and sustainable. You know, it is a case of just finding what's around your home and finding what's cheap out there and just doing what you can with it. And I think it gives it more character that way anyway, personally. I've painted the bottom of this piece first so that I could tip it upside down without scratching the top. But I'm just going to talk you through how I use silk paint now. So silk paint is a all-in-one paint, so it has a built-in primer and a built-in top coat, which means it's no fuss. And I'm using the colour Midnight Green. So when using Dixie Belle silk paint, it's a good idea to use a synthetic brush. I'm using the flat medium. Put a reasonable amount on your brush and then do just really nice long strokes like that. Trying to keep it as even as possible, but this does have a self-leveler in it, I can't get my words out, which helps it, you know, achieve a smoother finish. I now have this orange inspired stencil by Dixie Belle, which I'm just going to put on top of here. And I also have some copper gilding wax. My shoes squeaking, by the way, if you keep hearing them. I'm going to apply some on my brush and then start dabbing. got a tiny little bit of the wax on my brush, and I'm just going to go and dust it around the edge of this this table here. I'm also going to add a little bit to the legs here, just to give it a little bit of bling. We like bling, I like bling. But it doesn't have to be perfect, and you can use your fingers as well if you find that easier. And maybe just a little bit around these as well, just give them a nice little dust in. And there we have it. I have a table that cost me £4, which is now looking much more expensive. I'll go into the exact prices of what this cost me at the end of the video. This chair does have some issues with it, you know, just like some little bits that are like broken off and things. But in the spirit of make, do and mend, I'm going to keep this as simple as possible, which means I'm only going to be using one paint, and that's after cleaning, so that the everyday person that's in their home just wanting to spruce something up a little bit will be able to follow this and do it kinda on a budget as well. The colour I'm going to be using for this chair is Prickly Pear. And again, this is in the Silk All-in-One Mineral Paint range. I have this vase which I think cost me about 50p, and I'm going to do something very, very simple with this. I'm using my copper gilding wax again. All I'm going to do is paint it in this gilding wax. It's easy as that. Even though it's a slick surface, it doesn't actually need to be primed because the gilding wax adheres to slippery surfaces and it also seals itself. It does have a little chunk missing there, but it's fine. We're saving it. Nobody's going to notice, and actually those little imperfections can add to the overall character of a piece. The bit that you've been waiting for, and this is the lowdown on how much all of this costs. So for the silk paint Midnight Green, you would get away with just a small 4-ounce pot, which costs $10.95. The stencil When Life Gives You Lemons costs $24.95, and the gilding wax $15.95, bringing the total for the table to $51.85. For the chair, I use the Prickly Pear silk paint, and again, all you need for a small project like this is a 4-ounce pot, and that costs $10.95. And then for the vase here, I'm reusing the gilding wax again. Don't forget, in this project you have upcycled 3 pieces of home decor. Bearing in mind, if you were to go somewhere, you know, even one of the cheaper shops like IKEA, these items would cost you so much more. Also, the product that you have left over, you can use on other items around your home. So here's the final look, and I'm going to use this staging wall here behind me.